Mike McGee, hey, let's get him to play down yonder, okay?
All right.
Taken in the open road.
I love that bass line. I feel like a Mario game.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We haven't even started hiking yet.
I want to flip around the camera so you can see your face.
Huh? Oh, hey! No. I want to see. No, I wanted them to see the outside world. I also took a picture of my face.
I'm more
You can see, yeah, and you.
There we go.
But you don't have to see me because I don't matter. What matters is curb appeal. Okay, so I have a theory.
Actually, most of the...
My theory is that this place smells like manure, and the last place we were at smells like manure. So I think that all of Harrisonburg just smells like manure. Maybe JMU smells like manure. I hope not.
Oh.
Hey, say something funny.
I can't. I don't do
Yes,
that.
you do. You just did. You are very funny. It was very funny right there. Thank you. Give it up for Andrew. We're going to Mr. T's
I just
Bagels.
said something mean. Now I'm on video. We have to edit it out.
Hitler. We can jump cuts. Jump cuts.
That's undramatic irony.
Undramatic.
Undramatic.
We know what happened, but they don't.
Hello, everyone. It's lunchtime. We're having lunch. You know what our lunch is?
And 5-year-old Dara was
5-year-old Dara. It's
eating Dara for lunch.
Cannibalism is okay in this part of town. It's perfectly acceptable, except you have to pay the proper respects. For example, you must kill the person in a humane way. For example, ritual decapitation.
What I was trying to say is that we respect kosher laws when we eat people.
Yeah, exactly. Because, as everyone knows, kosher is the only way to eat people sustainably and morally responsibly. Yes, and what we do is we take these people, we kill them in a responsible way, we let them dry out in the sun, then we put them in special grinding mills, mill them into flour, and transform them to... Okay, yes, this is what we're eating. Do you guys have any, like, deep wisdom that you've gleaned from these beautiful woods that I'm not actually going to pan over and show the road that we're right next to here? I have one. How about this?
When you search outside yourself, you find only exclusion. But when you search inside yourself, there is no exclusion, because we are all one.
Do you guys have any wisdom? Do you want to give any wisdom, trail magic?
Ignorance kills.
Andrew kills. He's ignorant.
Well, there you have it. Enjoy your lunch, if you're having lunch, or any other meal that you're having. If you're not eating food, I feel sorry for you. Or, if you're not eating food and you're okay with that, good for you! Just...
It's all about self-confidence, really.
Yeah, it's all about, like, you fake it till you make it.
Being
Like,
confident in what you're doing at that particular
Yeah,
moment. Whether
so-
it's eating or whether it's not eating.
yeah, eat or don't eat, but whatever you do it with pride in yourself and in others.
But that only comes to eating. For all other actions,
Yeah.
you should always second guess yourself. Right?
Yeah. At least 5 times. Like, freaking, like, just be like, what is my life? Like, you know?
Relationship, school,
Mhm.
answers. Probably C. Oh, no, it's B.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, think about role models. Think about President Barack Hussein Obama. Praised be his name, Allahu Akbar.
Oh my god.
But our great president, he might second guess himself on, like, the treaty with, like, you know, the secret treaty with Israel, or like you know, his huge, like, secret healthcare plan to create death panels and stuff like that. But he's never going to second guess what he has for breakfast. It's always, you know, Cuban cigars and caviar. Goodbye.
I'm gonna have my first silver line experience in a few days when we go to New York.
That'll be fun.
Baby, I'll give you the Silver Line experience.
That sounded weird and sexual. You want to have sex, you just have to ask, Dar.
The Metro
Best thing.
is a euphemism for sex.
Actually, I think it's a euphemism for sexual assault. That place is horrible. Hey, a little bit of context, everyone. Dar is really upset about Johnny Appleseed.
Okay, ready? Okay. Johnny Appleseed didn't do shit. Nothing. Well, we teach our children, and we were taught the tale of Johnny Appleseed, raffinets in the backcountry, traveling the United States, planting apple trees, increasing the food supply, nature conservation, and those are really good ideas. But Johnny Appleseed is a really poor spokesperson for these ideas. Why? Simple genetics. Apples don't breed true to seed. As in, if you take a seed from an apple and you plant it, and you get a tree, sometimes that tree won't bear fruit. If it does, it's unlikely that the fruit will taste like the parent apple. Many apples are crab apples. They're sour. You can only use them for cooking. Other apples are inedible. Other trees don't even produce apples. Or they're like woody and hard, and it's just unfortunate. And it just don't make no sense. That it just don't make no sense. The Johnny Appleseed is like idolized in our culture for all his work, and it's just so frustrating because they teach us these people in school when they could actually be teaching us about how plants reproduce, like how grafting works, or like actual people, like who knows, like did you know that like all the oranges you eat are genetic clones of each other and like things like that? Like instead of teaching people actual things about how plants work, they teach us lies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've ran out of steam. I blew myself out, and yeah, this is why Johnny Appleseed kind of sucks. I think your gestures were.
So it's like a
excellent.
TED Talk where you get like a person with using sign language to translate.
I get so I think sign language looks really cool, and when
There's a Mitchell and Webb skit
when
about
people
that.
is there? Oh, when people are giving speeches and they have a sign language person, I actually end up focusing a lot on the sign language person because I think
Right, I know.
Yeah, I'm like
laughing at the funny sign language.
No, I don't think it's funny. I just think it's really cool. I'm just like, that looks so cool. Like, I wish I could do that, but I'm like, I can wave at people. Oh no, now people are gonna think I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Oh, but by saying that, you just precluded yourself from being a Kansas City
Oh, is
Chiefs
this a
fan.
video? I'm a Redskins fan, painfully so. I survive each day.
In the bleak, cold valley of the shadow of death. No, it's actually really pleasant. It's just kind of rainy.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. It's gonna get a little bit chilly soon. I get it, chili, because we're having chili for dinner. That was a good one.
It will get a bit chilly.
It's good.
Lily, I'm so glad we made you not a vegetarian.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
also gonna keep the
But
secret that it was us. who did
it
that.
wasn't you.
So you were gonna say it wasn't us, but I think it was. You guys, we should do a major cities tour where we each pick a city that we think is like just absolutely terrible, and then we go to those cities
And
the
let them
others-
convince us?
Yeah, and the one person tries to convince you while the other two people work really hard.
Oh, I like that.
But it's not the worst city. And then we have to take like a panel of like 3 other people who we like and think have like good like
Good
opinions and
opinions, yeah.
things like that. And we should have them be the panel, and we can just go to 3 horrible
Are they
cities.
gonna follow us around?
Yeah,
Yeah, like groupies.
they're gonna follow us around, and you're gonna be like, "Look at how awesome this is," and then me and Dara will like chuck eggs at it.
Yeah, we'll be like, it sucks. It's not even a real monument, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's made of rock. Who makes monuments out of rock these
Should
days?
be gold. My city has gold monuments.
Yeah, exactly.
After I went to the Science Museum in Philadelphia, I went to this other museum that was this art museum. It was the most unique art museum I've ever been to because what it was is there was this guy, I forget his name, who to whom this museum is dedicated, and what he did is he would take a lot of Renoirs and Cézannes and Monets. No, Monets? Yeah, Monets. Cézannes and Monets and a few other artists, also Matisse's. And he would take them and he would arrange them on a wall in conjunction with furniture below the wall. And also
It's very feng
metalware,
shui.
like old hinges.
Like a spoon?
No, like hinges.
What?
Hinges and like doorknobs and stuff that he would put onto the wall and arrange them with these paintings.
Why?
Because of
I don't
feng
know.
shui.
Right. And so there's this entire museum dedicated to this guy who arranged his house.
The Great Ranger.
And they took like the highly detailed diagrams and like reproduced all of his arrangements in this museum.
It's like, this was his house circa 1974.
This is absurd.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Didn't you like the big fountain in the middle of all the museums? That was not nice.
Oh yeah, that fountain.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of cities have a fountain.
There we go.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah,
fountain.
see, fountain.
I got a plus side out of him.
Now, personally, I have two questions for you. One is which do you think is better, Philadelphia or Reno?
I've never been to Reno.
Which is worse or which is better?
Better. Which is worse works too,
For
but
the
like
bad
they're the same
cities-
question.
For the bad cities game, we should set a minimum population.
Yes,
It has
otherwise,
to be like a big city. We
like
should, like
freaking
we
like
can't use,
Watkins
like,
Glen, New
Sandersville.
York,
Yeah, we can. Sandersville cannot be like, ah, it's a city. Come on, there's buildings and
Wayne's World, Wayne's
Wayne's
World, part-time, excellent.
because like Harrisonburg is technically a city, but I
Harrisonburg.
wouldn't like count it as like a city that we would be considering as like the worst city in this situation.
Yeah.
Also,
That's
like
not so great.
the other thing is like small towns aren't usually shit. Like even if it's a small town, it's usually just mediocre. You know, it's not
No,
terrible.
I think small towns have like a nice folksy, like they have that little
Some of them
fountain.
do. Others are just really horrible.
That's
So
true.
Some of them are probably kind of terrible. Okay.
It's like
Some of them are nice though. I think some of them are pretty cool. You can
Yeah.
find little things in them that you wouldn't expect to find.
If Philadelphia has a taste,
Well-
it's like concrete, and if Reno has a taste, it's cigarette smoke.
personally, Philadelphia just
Okay.
reminds me of Nicolas Cage, and it's got that going for it.
Oh, I
That's
hate
true.
Nicolas Cage. This obsession with him. It upsets
But
me.
why?
He's a horrible actor. The only thing he was kind of good in was those National Treasure movies. I think he was kind of good in those. Everything else, like they
The
tried to-
bees.
that was terrible. That was ridiculous. The when he was in that Ghost Rider movie, painfully bad.
Okay, I really don't like Ghost Rider. Just like the concept of it, even. Did you know Nick Cage is the cousin of Frank Coppola, the guy who directed The Godfather? That's why he gets so many roles.
Is that why he gets so many roles?
Yes.
Oh,
Now it makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, that said, he's a very unique actor too. But
uniquely bad. I don't think anyone's bad in the same style that he's bad.
Andrew, this is a black rock.
Did the Black Rock mean anything?
Have you not found that out?
why's it got to be a black rock?
I thought... Haven't you found that out yet?
Season 3. That's like where all the village people pretending to be villagers hide when they're actually like real people.
Well, you find out what it actually is.
I did. Oh, the boat.
The boat!
Oh, the boat.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's like...
Hey.
Sorry.
No worries. We're getting an amazing shot of you with your bottle, braving the wilds. What we're gonna do is we're gonna recut this and put the epic music and a voiceover over it, and it'll look like you're just like braving the mountain alone. And then it's going to be, we're kind of call it Wild 2, Andrew's Quest. He's here. Do you see him? He's coming. Very excited. Willie's starting to enter the frame, so like we'll just cut that part out. It'll be great.
Just flying off the edge.
So this is the end.
It's probably happened like at least once in the history of
Sitting in the
camera.
car, having casual conversation. This is the way the trip ends. This is the way the trip ends. This is the way the trip ends. Not with a bang, but just with me
Yeah.
talking.
Look at me drive on the other side of the road. I didn't do that, society. That's wrong.
Like Florida is like a big flat swamp from when old people rise. Like it's just a swamp, and
Yeah.
occasionally the swamp gives forth an old person. They're like, "Get off my lawn!"
Okay. Or they just move there.
No.
No.
Stop it, Willie.
Don't you know about spontaneous generation? Like the same way rotting
Of
meat
old people.
produces maggots. Like the swamp itself produces the old people.
So Florida is like rotting meat, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what I would say.
So Smell-O-Vision was this
like new innovation they had like in the 80s or something. Those were air quotes, by the way. And the idea here was that, television excites two of our senses, our ears and our eyes. But our other senses aren't excited, so we clearly have to change this because this is really like a bad way to be, clearly. So they developed smell-o-vision. What is smell-o-vision? Well, it's television, and you watch a program, you get your VHS cassette or your Betamax if you're into that, if you're freaky like that, and you put it in your tape machine, and then your VHS comes with like a scratch and sniff card, and then like at certain point in like the television program, like let's say you're watching Frasier, and Frasier opens up like a bag full of like coconut macaroons, like there'll be a square, and it'll be like, and then like there'll be like a little like thing. It's like scratch the blue square, and you scratch the blue square, and you smell it, and it smells like coconut. You're like, I'm feeling really engaged right now. And
that just seems like a lot of effort, for not much reward.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's why they don't do it anymore. They tried it and it was a bad idea.
I don't like Putin.
I mean, he's like a cool person, right?
Yeah, no, everything he does is like ridiculous and
He's like a Saddam Hussein with a little bit more tact. Like, where everything he does is like, look at how cool I am kind of thing. Not even like, look at how cool I am. It's like a cult of personality kind of thing.
One of my favorite moments is where he got into a white air glider and tried to guide a group of migrating swans. You're laughing because you think that didn't happen, but it did. That was a real thing.